You know, Sven is a lad, isn't he? Loves the ladies, does old Sven. So maybe that got in his way. Who knows?
Are they genuine promotion contenders?
You can bet your sweet ass they are.
It's a really exciting time to be a Hearts fan. It's very exciting for me as well. I don't know why. I'm not even a Luton fan. It's just very exciting.
All the ingredients are there for an automatic promotion side.
The hierarchy is just it's shafting Watford with every decision they make.
I can't see Blackburn staying up there. And I think we could see a downturn actually happen very soon. Automatic promotion maybe hanging in the balance because other teams have started picking up and Sheffield United are going the other way, aren't they?
Heckingbottom's a good manager and they just need players back to full fitness. That is the crux of it.
They were in the conference and he managed to get them up to 10th. Didn't do amazing at Forest Green by all accounts. And then Leeds appointed him. Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Stopwatch. It's the topical championship show with a little twist. It's 5 topics, a 2-minute timer, and 2 hosts with Ryan and Justin from the Second Tier Podcast. Let's get right into it. Justin, with 0 wins in 5 games, are you concerned at all for Sheffield United and Paul Heckingbottom?
I am a little bit, yes. I think with the amount of injuries they've got, I would absolutely throw that concern into their hat. I think even now with fans starting to ask questions, it does put them in a precarious position. And I think this is a first poor spell under Paul Heckingbottom for Sheffield United. I think they had a mini wobble back in February, March time last season. But they managed to grind games out. But they're not doing that at the moment. They're conceding goals. You look at the Blackpool game. And obviously the penalty. They're making poor decisions on the pitch, off the pitch as well, with the substitutions against Coventry in midweek. They were very questionable from Heckingbottom. So, I do worry about them. And I don't think it's going to ease until they start getting players back on the pitch. And that is the crux of it. They just need players back on the pitch. When they do, I think things will improve.
Yeah, this run of form started when Sheffield United were really struggling because of injuries. They had something ridiculous by something like 11 players out 11 first-team players out of the team. And that was the excuse before, but things are a lot better now. They're still missing some key players, the likes of Sander Berger, Jayden Bogle, etc. But they're still struggling now. And I struggle to put my finger on what has changed now. The intensity seems to have gone from the team. The players who were banging form before injury have come back into the team and are struggling again now. So I don't really know where this team goes. I'm not as worried about them as I am other sides, but if they don't pull things around soon, then automatic promotion may be hanging in the balance because other teams have started picking up and Sheffield United are going the other way, aren't they?
Yes. I do think that you mentioned the intensity. I think that is part and parcel down to injuries, getting players back to full fitness and recovery. It's not an easy thing to do. But as I say, I do think things will improve for Sheffield United. I don't think they'll fall into a trap of being a team that are up there and then down there very quickly. I think they will turn things around. I think Heckingbottom's a good manager and they just need players back to full fitness. That is the crux of it. It's easy for me.
Absolutely. Justin, what's next topic?
I think I know the answer to this question, but with Luton now being unbeaten in 7, are they genuine promotion contenders?
You can bet your sweet ass they are. Luton, I was banging the drum for them being automatic promotion contenders at the start of the season and got massively ridiculed by so many fans of other clubs. And now they are, I think they picked up the most points from the last 11 games. They sit 5th in the Championship, have just come off the back of beating Norwich in their own backyard. Luton, don't you dare underestimate this team because you will be made to pay for it. Nathan Jones has got this ridiculous record of making his team finish higher than the season before. I think he's only failed to do it once, and they finished 6th last season. I can definitely see them doing it again because this squad is chock full of quality now. It's got loads of depth. People will underestimate it because it's little old Luton. But it'd be a massive mistake to do so, because when you've got a great manager like Nathan Jones added into that mix as well, all the ingredients are there for an automatic promotion side.
Yep, completely agree. I completely agree. I think I would take a different approach with it. When you consider the fact that Corley Woodrow, Pelly Ruddock and Panzu, Fred Onyedinma and Alfie Doherty haven't featured heavily this season or at all in some cases, that squad, that starting 11 is only going to improve, which is quite frightening. Can you imagine Corley Woodrow in behind an informed Elijah Adebayo and Carlton Morris? Ooh, yeah, that's wetting the mouth quite a bit. Yeah, it's only going to get better with the quality coming in. It's only going to get more exciting as well, and they look more rounded. There's more depth than there was last season as well. They create more opportunities. We saw with the Norwich win in midweek that they have the opportunity, well, they have the ability to grind games out as well. And I think the sides that fare defensively better throughout the season will last the season, if that makes sense. If you're better defensively, you're more likely to go the full distance, and Luton have got that as well. Yeah, it's a really exciting time to be a Hatters fan. Yeah, it's very exciting for me as well. I don't know why. I'm not even a Luton fan. It's just very exciting.
It's just exciting to see a team who don't have massive resources really challenging it up with the big boys, isn't it? The ones who have got parachute payments, etc. And Luton have continually punched above their weight, and they're still doing it again. Justin, let's talk Watford, who are now down to 15th. Are they worse under Bilic than Rob Edwards?
Yes. It's a flat answer. Yes. Is it Bilic's fault? No. The hierarchy is just it's shafting Watford with every decision they make. There's no structure off the pitch, so that's now shadowing itself on the pitch. Its squad is full of a couple of star players in the likes of João Pedro, Ismail Assar, Lauser as well, Imran Lauser, but the rest is made up of fairly average Championship players, I would consider, especially now because most of them are at the later end of their career. So that's why I don't think it's Bilic's fault. I think Watford have got worse. They look defensively more vulnerable. They've obviously lost more games under Bilic now than they had under Edwards. And I just don't know where they go from here until the ownership changes.
In terms of results, they've obviously done worse under Bilic, because it's a fact that results are worse under Bilic. Having said that, I think they will be better under Bilic than they will be under Edwards, just because I think Slaven Bilic is a good coach, and I think this squad suits him more than it did Rob Edwards. There's a lot more parallels in this team than there were with how Rob Edwards wants to play, because Rob Edwards wants to play with a 3 at the back, 2 up top, and Bilic wants to play a 4-2-3-1, and that suits the players a lot more. So, for example, you've got the likes of Ismail Assar on the right wing. You've got Keenan Davis playing up top. You've got Lauser, when he's fit, playing in a deeper role, and a back 4 as well. Although you could make an argument that Watford may need 3 defenders, because I don't trust many of their defenders. Having said that, I think Bilic will get this team going eventually. It's going to be difficult, though, because there are gaps in this team. So whether they're worse than under Rob Edwards, I'm not too sure, because I think Bilic is just working with what he's got. And over time, I think he will get them going in the right direction, but it's obviously not been very good so far. Justin, what's next topic?
Blackburn have finally ended their win-loss run. Unfortunately, it's been lovely to watch. They've obviously got 2 successive wins. What's been the key to their success so far this season?
The key to their success has been they've been extremely clinical in front of goal. When you've got the likes of Ben Barrett and Diaz, who was doing the same last season as well, he didn't take many chances to put away. Then you're always going to be getting results. And that's exactly what Blackburn have done. The problem is, for me, they don't create that many chances. So when you're not creating that many chances, it's going to catch up with you eventually. That's exactly what happened with Blackburn last season. They were winning games despite not creating many chances, and things didn't improve in that department as the season went on, and they started falling down the table. And I think exactly the same thing is going to happen again this season. Plus, defensively, they're also conceding quite a few chances as well. So I don't want to say they've been lucky, but they've definitely had the rub of the green in terms of putting away chances, not conceding chances when they're presented to their opposition. And as the season goes on, it's just not a good recipe for getting results, is it? When you're giving away too many chances, but you also not having many chances yourself. Generally, football, that's not very good, is it, Justin? So I can't see Blackburn staying up there. And I think we could see a downturn actually happen very soon.
I do agree. I think you have to view it as a success this season, mainly because Thomason didn't have a lot of time to get a squad that he wants. Greg Broughton, the sporting director, didn't have a long time either to identify and recruit players for how Thomason wanted to play. So for them to be where they are now, I don't think it's miraculous, but it's a very, very good season. It's a very, very good start. That being said, is a season a success given how many games they've lost compared to how they've won? Yes and no. But as you quite rightly say, the key to positional success throughout the season is creating chances, is being consistent, is doing all of that. And it's a very difficult thing to do in a championship. And as you quite rightly said, caught up with Blackburn last season, could catch up again with them this season, arguably have a maybe a weaker squad in terms of individuals. So you're more likely to say, yes, we'll catch up with them. But very solid foundations for John Dahl Thomason.
Yeah, he's undoubtedly had a great start, hasn't he, in his first managerial role in England. And then finally, just in second tier retro time, this is the part of the show where we look back on the best and worst of the championship ever since its inception in 2004. So the question this week is, what is the weirdest / most left field managerial appointment in championship history?
There's been a few, but I'm going with Sven-Göran Eriksson at Leicester City. Wow. Yeah, just random, wasn't it? Because he hadn't had any club success since the 90s and arguably spoiled one of the best generations of English football ever, being England manager. And then there's the Notts County spell in between that and a couple of others. But obviously went to Leicester City, I think in 2011, was appointed and had a very big budget, spent big on Matt Mills, on Jermaine Beckford. And it never really worked out. And obviously with Sven-Göran Eriksson, he brings a lot of media attention as well. Not good media attention either. Tabloids love him. So yeah, the appointment was bizarre for a new era for Leicester City as well. And his record was very so-so. With the squad he had, they should have been easily promoted. But I think they finished mid-table twice, just outside the playoffs and then mid-table.
I recall him doing all right in his first season in charge. He wasn't there for the whole season, but I recall him getting them going in the right direction. In the second season, it just didn't go very well. And they did spend a lot of money in that time. But, Sven is a lad, isn't he? Loves the ladies, does old Sven. So maybe that got in his way. Who knows? But it was always nice to see him in the championship, Justin. The most weirdest left field managerial appointment for me has got to be David Hockaday at Leeds. I mean, we could dedicate this whole section to Leeds United managers over the years, but Hockaday, or the Hock, as he was known is at his time at Leeds, has got to be the one for me. So he was at Forest Green. This was before Forest Green were
vegan,
a progressive side, and vegan, yes. But they were in the conference and he managed to get them up to 10th. He managed to get them up to 10th in the conference, as it was known then, despite having one of the biggest budgets in the conference. And then in his season after that, he lost 7 in 8 games at Forest Green and was sacked. So didn't do amazing at Forest Green by all accounts. And then Leeds appointed him. And many Leeds fans were shocked and appalled by this. But I suppose we were willing to give him a chance. And then he lost 3 out of his first 4 games and was sacked after just 2 months in the job there. He was giving Liz Truss a run for her money. So very strange. So many. We could spend 10 minutes talking about this appointment, but in a nutshell, that's it. And it will continue to go down for me as easily the oddest bit of managerial appointments in Championship history. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Stopwatch. We'll be back again next week to talk about all the latest that's going on in the second tier. And we have been the Second Tier Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Second Tier Pod. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this and comment below on any of the topics that we've discussed here today. And also like if you've enjoyed this particular video. But I've been Ryan Dilks. That's been Justin Peach. I'm Ryan Dilks1 on Twitter. That's Justin Peach 27. And a big thank you for watching.